Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Don't mind what's going on here, I just got off work. For today's video, I'm doing a how much do I read in a week, or what I read in a week kind of thing. Starting off on Sunday, March 23rd until whatever Saturday is. I think it's the 29th? 23rd through the 29th. I'm gonna try to vlog it. I'm not the best at vlogging when I read because I do record on my phone, and then when I have audiobooks it's from my phone, so I'll try. So let's see what we can get from this video. But today is Monday. Yesterday I didn't read much. I think I only listened to my audiobook for like an hour and some change. Today I have listened to maybe about an hour and a half so far, and I am doing a few errands around the house, so I'll probably still continue listening to the audiobook, so I will get a total at the end of the day. And normally at work, because I work the night shift, I normally read a little bit, but today I just couldn't get myself to read. But I do plan on reading a little bit this morning. So yesterday I started the audiobook for Scythe and Sparrow by Win Weaver. It's the last book in the Ruinous Love trilogy, and I'm really liking it so far. I don't know if I like it as much as Butcher and Blackbird, but I think I'm liking it more than Leather and Lark. I'm continuing that audiobook today. I have maybe about 9 to 10 hours left. I'll probably finish that by the end of the week. My main goal, I wanted to finish this last weekend, but I just never had the chance to. I have maybe less than 200 pages left of Onyx Storm, and I really want to finish that. I want to finish that by the end of the month. I wanted to finish that a while ago, but you know, life happens. I have less than 200 pages left. My goal today is to get in the 400s, maybe even finish it. We'll see. I definitely want to get that finished by the end of this video. So let's take you for the ride, I guess. So slight reading update. I just finished, I play Monopoly Go with my husband, and right now it's like the racetrack race thing, and then a race just finished. So I was just like using up some of my flags. If you know, you know. Anyways, while I was doing that, I was listening to Scythe and Sparrow, and I don't know if you can see, but it says 39%. It says 39%, but then like when I click open audiobook, it's at 0. So don't know what that's about, but 39% sounds about right. I think now I'm 4 hours in and I have 7 hours left. So I think 39% sounds pretty close. But before I was doing that, I was reading Onyx Storm, and in the intro I said I had less than 200 left. I actually have less than 100 left. So I literally have this much left. I want to finish this today. I'm liking it, but at the same time, it's like sometimes I'm just not motivated to read. I don't know if it's the story or if it's me or what. Yeah, like in the beginning, we pretty much picked up right where we left off in Iron Flame, and then like there was a conflict, then it got resolved, but then it wasn't resolved, so then it's still a conflict, and then now it's resolved, but then there's a different conflict now, and there's less than 100 pages left, so I don't even know what else could be going on in the 100 pages. Like, I'm nervous, but I'm excited, because also once I'm done, I want to get back into Throne of Glass. I stopped reading that in like January. I finished Heir of Fire, but then I stopped because I wanted to read Onyx Storm when it came out, but then I decided I want to reread Iron Flame and Fourth Wing. So now 3 months later, I'm finally finishing Onyx Storm. Anyways, yeah, I'm really excited to get into that. I might read a romance in between this because I don't know if I want to jump into it or give myself a little break. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just focus on finishing this. Let's put the ambiance back. This is my first time actually listening to ambiance. Normally I just read in silence, but I don't know. I wanted to try it out. I'm listening to lo-fi. Is it lo-fi or lo-fi? I don't know. I say lo-fi. Lo-fi coffee. So, because I tried a fantasy one, but I don't know. I wasn't vibing with it. And I like the graphics of this one. I think I showed it in a clip before this. So, let's get reading. Oh my god, did it not start? That's so embarrassing. Unwell. I didn't get my reaction. My jaw was literally on the floor. I'm on page 475. If you know, you know. I can't believe that just happened. Oh my god. I need a moment. I need a moment. Quick recap. I have about 25 pages left. So I'm just gonna record, see what my reaction will be, and I'm very scared. I'm scared. Let's see what happens. Huh? 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 Oh. Never mind. What? Pause. That's my reaction to what I just read and reread because, huh? Anyways. What do you mean? I have no words. I'm giving it a 4.5 because what do you mean? Like what? What do you mean actually? What do you mean? Alright. Ugh. Hello everyone. Okay, I'm here to do a quick little update. It is now Tuesday, March 25th. Last night, after I read Fourth Wing, my husband and I went on a walk and I listened to more of Scythe and Sparrow. This morning, I had an eye appointment. So the drive there, going around, I was also doing a few errands, just looking at different glasses and stuff. I was listening to that all day. I think let's check. So I'm 75% through Scythe and Sparrow. I'm 8 hours and 45 minutes in. I have a little less than 3 hours left. I'm really liking that. I just haven't been able to pick up a book. I am planning on reading The Silent Patient next. I just needed a filler between Onyx Storm, and I'm gonna read Queen of Shadows next. And I don't want to say romance has been lackluster for me, but some of the romances that I've been reading, I've been giving like 3 stars or less than, which 3 stars isn't bad by any means, but I haven't been getting like 4 to 5 star feelings that much for romance books, so I just wanted to step out of my comfort zone. And this has been on my TBR my physical TBR for a little bit now. I've just been terrified to get into it because it is a thriller. It might be a mystery, definitely a thriller, I think. And I'm just terrified about it, but I've heard it's really, really good, so I just want to get into it. Yeah, so I honestly just have no words about Onyx Storm. I don't want to give it a 5 star because it didn't elicit the same emotions that I got from Fourth Wing, and that was definitely a 5-star read. I think I like it better than Iron Flame, and on the reread of Iron Flame, I did like it more than the first time I read it. The first time I read it, it did take me a few months to get through. When I reread it, it took maybe 2 weeks, which is about the same time it took me to read Onyx Storm. And I think I like more of the action that Onyx Storm had compared to Iron Flame. For the rest of the night, I do plan, we're gonna go on another walk. This time we're gonna take our dog to the dog park, and I'm gonna keep listening to my audiobook. I am gonna figure out our taxes stuff, so I gotta figure that out. And if I have time, I'm gonna start Silent Patient. I was gonna try to start it yesterday, but I really just wasn't in the mood to like actually physically start reading something in that moment, so I never got a chance to, and I might not even read it today. I might just listen to the audiobook and do other stuff. So yeah, we'll see where the day takes us. A few days since I last updated you guys. I think my last update was it Thursday? And it is now Saturday. It's the last day of this challenge? Not challenge, but the video. Last day of the video. For a quick update, yesterday I read, for Silent Patient, I read up until 134. I was reading during work. I don't like to stop in the middle of chapters, but the next shift came over, we had to do turnover, and I couldn't finish the chapter even though I only had a few pages left. So that's not relevant. I don't know why. Anyways, and then I actually already started listening to my audiobook today. I don't think in my last update I even talked about listening to this book, but I finished Scythe and Sparrow like Thursday night or Friday morning. I finished it one of those days, I can't remember when, but I say that because I do work night shift, so on my drive, my commute to work, I listen to my audiobook, and then obviously on my commute back, I also listen to it. So I can't remember if I finished it on my way to work, on the way home. Finished it somewhere between then, but I gave Scythe and Sparrow, I think I either gave it a 4-star or a 4.25. Can't really remember. I don't know if it's my favorite out of the trilogy. I think I already said this, but I can't remember. I definitely like it better than Leather and Lark. I gave Leather and Lark 3.75. Butcher and Blackbird, I think I gave it a high 4-star, like maybe 4.5, 4.75. I don't think it was a 5-star, but it's pretty high up. This one was really, I think I cried. I think I cried. And that's how I know it was a pretty decent, like pretty good book in my opinion, because it gave me so much emotion and I was so connected to the characters that I cried. So yes, I really, really enjoyed that book. And then I've started listening to Business Casual by B.K. Borison. It's the last book in the Love Light Farms series. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but it's the last book, and I did not really enjoy Love Light Farms, but I still continued the series anyways, and I'm so glad that I did, because this series is like it's not a 5-star series, but it's definitely a 4-star series. The found family, well, most of them are related, but the found family and just the atmosphere and the vibes of just being on the farm and the community, it's a small town. I love it. It's just really good. And I'm 50% or 53% through Business Casual. The first book is about Luca and Stella. Luca and Stella. It's about them. And the second book, it's about Evie and Beckett. The third book is about Layla and Caleb. And the last book is about Nova and Charlie. So I'm really liking their dynamic, I think. I don't know, it's just an easy series to get through. Not much brain power. Don't have much to say about it. And I'll probably give it between 3 to 4 stars. Probably like a 3.5. That's what I'm sitting at right now, at 53% of the way in. I feel like I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. And then The Silent Patient, I'm surprisingly liking this. I started this, did I start this yesterday? No. I think I started this Thursday. And, wait, did I start this yesterday? I started it on my shift Thursday night, which is, wait, no. I did start it Thursday then. Okay. I don't remember. I started it, anyways, 134 pages in, and I think it's going by super fast. I think there's only like 300 pages. So if I tried really hard, I probably could finish this today. But it's very interesting. I knew it was about this wife that kills her husband and then she just doesn't talk ever at all after that. I knew that was the main plot. I didn't realize that the narrator is gonna be this, what is it? Okay, he's either, I don't know if there's a difference, but he's either like a psychiatrist or psychotherapist. I think he's a psychotherapist, but I don't know what the difference is. But it's his point of view, or he's the narrator, and he's trying to, I don't want to say fix her, but get her to start talking again. He's low-key obsessed with her case, but it's just so interesting because it's like, I feel like it's not everything's gonna be how it seems. Like, I don't know if there's gonna be like, it turns out like she didn't do it, even though in the crime scene her fingerprints were the only ones on the gun, and like the blood was everywhere and everything. So I don't know. I mean, this book came out a while. I don't know if it's spoilers. Well, I don't know if it's spoilers because I'm just like giving you my thoughts. My thoughts as of this moment, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like she did it, but at the same time, she didn't do it. Like, also the brother-in-law, sus. He's sus. That's all I gotta say. Honestly, that's all I have to say. So right now he's talking to more of her family, trying to get more of her past, like before how she was before the murder. So I don't know if I'll listen to the audiobook anymore today. I have been watching my YouTube videos while I've been doing my chores and everything. I might try to read The Silent Patient more. It's odd because I feel like I'm the opposite of people. I think a lot of people like to read during the weekends, but I barely pick up a book during the weekend. If anything, I'll just listen to the audiobook, but I barely touch a book on the weekend. Since I'm working night shift, like my husband's and I's schedule is like very whack, and then he does work on Saturdays, so like when he is home, I just want to be present and hang out with him and not like have my nose in a book. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, but we'll see how the rest of the day goes. I don't know how much I will actually read, but yeah. Hello everyone, so it's time for an update. I have my iPad here, that's why I'm looking over this way, but it is now Sunday the 30th, so it's the end of the challenge. Well, I guess not a challenge, but the end of this video. I can't remember how often I updated throughout the video, so this is just a final breakdown of how the week went and how much I read. So starting off on Sunday, I think I started Scythe and Sparrow on Sunday. I listened to Scythe and Sparrow for an hour and 10 minutes, so I got 10% of the way through. And then Monday, I continued listening. I got a 45%, so I got to 5 hours and 10 minutes. So that day, I listened to 4 hours in total. And then I also finished Onyx Storm. I read 87 pages of Onyx Storm on Monday, and then Tuesday I continued listening to Scythe and Sparrow. I got a 77%. I listened to 3 hours and 44 minutes total. I didn't read anything physically because I think I was still recovering from Onyx Storm and I just couldn't get myself to pick up another book, so I only listened to my audiobook. And then Wednesday I continued listening to Scythe and Sparrow. I got to 91%, so that's an hour and 37 minutes of listening time. And then again, no physically reading anything because I just couldn't get myself to pick up a book. Then Thursday, I finally finished Scythe and Sparrow. I listened for an hour and 5 minutes. And then I continued another audiobook, Business Casual by B.K. Borson, and I got to 23% of that, so that's 2 hours and 37 minutes. So in total, that's, on Thursday, I listened to 3 hours and, let me do math, 42 minutes, 3 hours and 42 minutes of audiobook time. And then I finally picked up a book. I picked up Silent Patient, and I got through 74 pages of that. On Friday, I continued listening to Business Casual, and then I got to 45% of the way through, which is 2 hours and 35 minutes. And then I read 59 pages of Silent Patient on Friday. And then Saturday, I got to 53% of Business Casual, and that's 54 minutes. And I did not end up picking up Silent Patient on Saturday because, again, I tend to not at least physically read, whether it's a physical book or an ebook on the weekends. So if anything, I'll just listen to an audiobook. But that is my week. I think with the audiobook, it's definitely, I'm more, I want to say steady with it, if that makes sense, just because I listen to it on my commute home and on my way to work, and then when I'm like doing errands, or not errands, I keep calling it errands around the house. When I keep doing chores around the house, I tend to listen to audiobooks or just watch YouTube videos. So I'm more, did I ever say steady? I'm more steady when it comes to listening to audiobooks. Physical books, on the other hand, like I said, like the Onyx Storm this week kind of threw me in for a loop. I just didn't want to pick up anything. I was not in the mood to pick up anything. So that's why it took me a few days to finally pick up a book. I don't know if I went through ratings. Let's see. If I went through ratings, just cut this out. But my ratings for Onyx Storm, let me double check what I actually rated it. Hold on. Just 1 second. Okay, so this week I finished a physical book, which was not that hard. I think I had like less than 100 pages left anyways, so that wasn't hard. That was Onyx Storm. I gave Onyx Storm 4.5 stars. I think I started and finished Scythe and Sparrow this week, I think. And I gave Scythe and Sparrow 4.25 stars. I might put it down to 4 stars, but I'm just gonna leave that how it is right now. I started Business Casual, when did I start that? Like Thursday. I'm like 53% in right now. It's giving 4-star energy. At the moment, I don't know if it's one of my favorite books in the series, but it's a very enjoyable read, so I'm not that mad about it. And then I also started Silent Patient. I also started that on Thursday. And right now, how I feel about Silent Patient, it's not as creepy as I thought it would be, because I don't really read a lot of mystery thriller books. The only mystery thriller book that I would consider a mystery thriller that I've read is Verity, and I was spooked by Verity, and that's like the second book I read in my reading journey. So I was definitely spooked by that, and that kind of, I love Verity, by the way, but that kind of stopped me from picking up another mystery thriller. But like I said, I think I mentioned this week, I've been reading a lot of romance books lately, and I feel like I just need something else in there. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my romance books, and I don't think I'll stop, but I need to add another genre in the mix to just, you know, mix it up a little bit, and so it's not the same thing over and over and over again. And I think this is a good start. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm like, I read some today. I think I'm in the 200s. It's like a 300-page book, and I'm like in the 200s. So I have around 100 pages left, and I'm feeling a little iffy because the main character, like the psychotherapist, our narrator, he's a little interesting. And then same for Alicia, which is like his patient, the silent patient. She's also interesting, but I feel like there's more to it, and I just haven't gotten there yet, so we'll see how I feel by the end of this. But yes, that is everything for today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.